Where's borderless window? Get out here, you dumb program. And Q. Immediately into the online zone we go. Alright. Let's go straight into matches. Why not? Hey, Speedy. I think I will start with Satsuki. I'll say I start with Satsuki, but I might just play Satsuki for the entire time. You never know. She's kind of the best against Nui. She just has the most overall tools. She's also like the most boring character you can play in this game. I don't know, I think she's interesting. I think maybe the most boring is Gamagori, which is kind of weird to think about. The Gamagori is the most boring. I think he's the most boring to watch. Because it's kind of just like getting your ass kicked 24/7. Nani? Oof, I tried to Valor Burst before you did that. I tried the Valor Burst again! That's gonna wall. I did attack there, but we shall accept Nui's rubbish for now. Nani? I think I can kill. Yes. This is kill. 50% is no stress for Satsuki. Nani? I actually forward stepped that. You saw me attacking there. You saw I was doing that. I should have baited that actually. Wow, look at my health. Mega health. This is not good. Why did I do that? I knew that was coming. I was like, oh, why did they do something unsafe? That's dumb. I was like, oh, it's the bait. It's the bait, my dude. Oh, my dash didn't start the time. Oh. Unsafe. This is a lot of damage. Nani? What? What was that? Weird match. Weird match. What happens? You are so lucky. I'm actually surprised that worked. Rep. I missed our matches. Same, kinda, mostly. With Nui cheese is something, definitely something you begin to miss. The fragrant stench of cheese. You didn't need to change characters. Honestly, Joryuko's more annoying. Because at least the cheese with Nui is cheese and not like just a part of their kit being really strong. And I would say Joryuko is also just cheese. No. Thanks for the meter. That will not work. Nani? This also isn't gonna work. What am I doing? Oh, it does! Oh! Unicorn are double hit rubbish. That'll hit. Madada. Dude, they gotta fix that. I thought I just charged the deco. What? That actually killed you. I did not expect that to kill you. I was mainly worried about the way she, because, like, you hit me out of my... What's it called? I was expecting the magic pixel. But you hit me out of my buffered sidestep, which is bizarre. Because you're supposed to get immunity frames when you sidestep. I was a bit confused. It's the fair and balance, Ruko. Nani? That never works for me! Why does that never work for me? Rubbish. I was blocking! What the fuck? You saw that! I was literally blocking the entire time. What the fuck? Okay. That also never works for me, by the way. If I try an anti-air after someone dashes into me, that never works. Okay. I didn't even hit you there. What? Since fucking when? Bullshit. That shit doesn't work for me, it shouldn't work for you. Since when does that goddamn thing... Since when is that unblockable? I was attacking! What is going on? Why the hell is normal Ryuko fucking safe on everything now? But when I play her, she's the most unsafe thing in history. I fucking anti-aired, dude. I anti-aired, I was blocking. I'm just getting fucking chased by nonsense now, by jank. There goes all your health. Jesus fuck. That's why practicing TODs isn't useless. This double music though. Why did this feel like this game got more fucked? I know, right? I gotta restart the game. But why is everything different? Want bits? Not too interested in bits, personally. I mean, you can give me bits if you want to, because when Twitch gives me a payout, I'm just going to put it into charity. I hardly know what I'm doing, and I'm getting all this dumb shit. It feels very weird, because it's like the more I know about the character, the less they work for me. But because you know nothing, all this shit that I've tested thoroughly apparently works for you now. Because I know for a fact that Ryuko is insanely unsafe after she does her thing, her DP. It's like literally the most unsafe move in the game. So I get really confused. You know what's annoying as well? I can't go into training mode and test it out either. Because you can't make the opponent do tilted moves. We got double music again. What? Well, booting up the game again. Like, every day that goes by, the game just feels like it's getting worse and worse. It feels like it gets more and more jank. More and more unbalanced. It's like the code deteriorates over time or something. Remember when you Valored and I supered to counter the Valor, but then the Valor hit me? And now we're getting, like, every move that Ryuko has is apparently now safe? Well, what in God's name is going on? I might open the voice chat a little bit, I'm not sure. Maybe. It really does feel like this game's code is deteriorating. It's bizarre. Secret patches. Savor it thoroughly. Murada! I sidestepped by the way. Or I attempted to, I guess it just didn't hit. I guess I was just too slow. I'm gonna accept that I was too slow. Instead of bitching. I hate bitching. This should be death? You never know because Gamagori has a mad health. It's so weird. I always feel like I'm doing less damage against Gamagori, but it's just that he has, like, Bunga health. I wish there was a way to bait that. Okay, I'm gonna sound absolutely insane here. I kinda wish they would borrow a mechanic from Jump Force. Like, that sounds absolutely asinine. This might drop. Nope. But I wish that they would take the mechanic of dashing in a specific way. You know what I mean? Where you can choose the direction that you dash in, because in Jump Force, you could dash straight forward, or you could dash to the right or dash to the left, and to like avoid attacks. And a part of me wishes that was a part of the kit that you could do in the game. Maybe just like just during those specific chase moments, because I would say that the chasing is what I call it. After you do an unblockable and you rush after them, that's like the most, that's the safest move for the opponent to Valor out of most of the time, because there's pretty much nothing you can do about it. You attack straight after it. It leaves you with very little options. I don't mind this because this is like best damage. Yamagori with like no meter just piss damage, so. Oh wow, that was the class of the ages. I can't go the full way. I was thinking I could maybe do the tilt up combo, but that wasn't gonna work. I think Gamagori is maybe the hardest character in the game to work with. I keep saying Nonon is the worst, but honestly I think it's probably tied with Gamagori. Or Gamagori is the worst. Because he is just bad. He is so difficult to use. I thought the second attack wall. This is damage rift tag. I said that was the safest move in the game, but honestly, it doesn't look like it, does it? I mean, it's the safest move if you time it well, because then there's pretty much nothing that your opponent can do to stop you. You have to go in very close and do an attack. There's nothing else you can do, which leaves you very open to being Valorant, is what I meant. He's good to TBH, but not easy to learn. He can be good, but I don't think it's worth the effort most of the time. Plus 0% he becomes like... Oh. He becomes like major ass. I need to get away. Plus he's too easily countered. Basically everyone's kit counters him. It's pretty worth him just not seeing you use him properly. I'm not playing Gamagori, I'm playing Satsuki. I've faced some really good Gamagoris, but they were still pretty easy to counter once you figured out their playstyle. He seems the hardest to deal with when he's kind of hopping around everywhere. This Gamma seems new. Yeah, they're not very... Speed isn't very practiced with Gamagori. They're a newie man. Mostly. What? Nani? Also, yeah, then that tracks again for no reason. Man, no. Why do you gotta be so inconsistent? Okay. Thanks, Dokkan. What's the most damage you get with Sasuke? About 13k. That's gonna drop. Nope. Yeah, I can get about 13k damage with Satsuki. I've never performed it online, but in labbing I can do it. How? I could easily show you. You have to be Valor 2. If you're talking about Valor 1, that's about 1k. Sorry, not 1k. Jesus, that's tiny. What am I doing? Oh, that worked. You're lucky. Did you see that jump? I jumped over that projectile. I was like, screw that. I'm still trying to learn her. She's very rewarding. I'm pretty sure TODs are not very viable in competitive play. I disagree. They are viable if your opponent's bar is locked. I've actually managed to do a TOD against Speedy once. Tusky's here to take no shit and bring the cheese on occasion. But that's why I say, like, practicing TODs in this game. TODs are practically a rite of passage in this game. That's when you've learned a character. That's when you can say you've learned a character. Is when you can do a TOD with them. I should have done this route. You're gonna go first at us. You didn't even have 2 bars there. I forgot about that. No knee! No, I was out of range. Nice. Yeah, I can show you how to do the Satsuki TOD stuff. Woof! Baited that bad boy. That's a lot of damage. Let's please show me the way. I thought the game was gonna give me a free pass there. Wow, that was a jump attack. That was a jump attack, so it jumped over my ult, my. Waddicker! TODs are combat combos, and even if you don't get the full combo, it'll be a guaranteed counter hit from the enemy when they're about to be TOD'd. Nonon is pretty annoying. She's honestly better than I thought she would be, but that's just mostly because I'm making a lot of mistakes. Alright, I'll go into training mode for a bit, and I'll show the TODs I have. How difficult would it be to be able to keep your opponent's meter from being able to get out of the TOD? Okay, so TODs, they're not reliable in they're reliable in a niche situation where if your opponent's bar is locked. And that's not a rare situation. That happens, yeah, the meters don't come back, yeah. You can pause their meter, well you can't, but the opponent pauses their meter whenever they do a super, which allows you to do a lot of damage. That's where the most damage comes from. It's a bit of a niche situation, but I have had it happen a bajillion times. I've had it happen a lot of times. That's why practicing TODs in this game is not purposeless, because I have TOD'd Speedy, and they weren't able to burst out of it, just because their bar was locked. When the bar is blocked, it turns blue, they're not getting 2 bars back to combo counter. Pretty much. So here's the big TOD with Satsuki. It's a bit iffy. It requires 4 bars, but you can obviously shorten it. So this game is TOD friendly. Yeah. Basically, if your opponent makes a dumb mistake with their bar and they use it early, and then you can get into a combo immediately after, then you're in a really good position to do as much damage as you want. And that's where having really, really high damage combos, super optimized combos, is very important, because there are a lot of situations in this game where you are going to want super high damage combos, even if there's a burst. So here's Satsuki's main TOD. It might take a bit to pull off because it's very finicky. Depends on the map. So it's also quite unreliable. Like you're probably not going to start from this, but never mind the lag. That's just the PC version. There we go. Did I say 13k? I meant 14k. So there you go. That's a very, very good Satsuki TOD that works on basically the entire cast. I wish I could somehow make their bar locked a lot easier. Interesting. Also, I was able to pull off an 80-80 damage combo with dual Ryuko and Nui player. Oh, actually, I'll show you how much damage this combo does when you're not on Valor. I think it does about 10k, a bit more. Do you know any other character? Me? Or wait, how did you do the first part? Okay, so the first part is 2 charged projectiles, You gotta pause a bit and then go into jumping unblockable. Do I know any other for other characters? Me? Because you know I know a lot of TODs with every character. Shit, I did that wrong. I mashed. Yeah, you can get about 11k if you're not on Valor 2. You got a killer Ryuko. My Ryuko is dangerous as hell. How about you show it off? See, that's why this combo's a bit finicky. Sometimes you won't be able to wall. Most of the time you can wall from this, I'd say. It's not super difficult. There we go. So even not in Valor 2, this is still way beyond. This is still TOD. I also know one for Ryuko. Why don't you do LB first part instead of LBY? LBB first part. Instead of LBY. Oh, you mean her unblockable. Because the let's see, I'm trying to think. Why wouldn't I not do that? Oh, because they go out of the range. No, you don't. I think I practiced it. You don't get the tink if you after that combo. I practiced that DW Ryuko combo to do a bit over 9k without Valor level, but I've only managed to pull it off the combo once on a Nui player. Yeah, you don't get the tink on her unblockable super. We got double music. Thank you, PC version. So, with Jul Ryuko, she also has some really good TOD stuff. I did that wrong. I thought I was Satsuki. You don't do that. I'm learning base Ryuko right now, so teach me the ways. Alright, so you're gonna want to do this after you go after you do your up, because that will almost guarantee you a wall pretty much anywhere on any map, aside from like the life fiber stage, because that's obviously absurdly big. Oh, the frame drops on the PC version. So basically that will almost guarantee you a wall pretty much anywhere. They're gonna love this. Once I get it going, and these frame drops don't stop getting in my way, this should wall. Frame! So this is how her TOD goes. God, this frame drops. So there you go. Her most optimal B&B that I could find is this. So I use this combo like 90% of the time. The PC version of this game not very well optimized. It is not. It is kind of bad. What if it didn't well because this game hates you for some reason? Then you just gotta cry yourself to sleep. Something else to note, something really powerful that Ryuko has, it's kind of a gimmick. It only works when people don't know how to... The damage for almost nothing. Yeah, that was only 2 bars. That was only 2 bars. By the way, you can get a 3rd wall. Normally you can only get 1 wall. You can get a 3rd wall if you really, really position yourself well. I think it's really unreliable. It's also the combo I have for Ryuko that deals about 13k damage. A 3rd wall. Sorry, I mean a 2nd wall. My bad. A 2nd wall. 3rd wall is a bit ridiculous. 2nd wall. But is the aerial charge projectile for wall splat combo poo-poo now? No. It is still the best way to wall. See, that's why this super for Ryuko is useless. This super here is just useless. It's a guaranteed wall. If it hits, it basically hits them anywhere. It's a guaranteed wall. I was about to say Ryuko breaks this already broken game. But that ultimate gets you a guaranteed wall. But, like, so does this. Most of the time that gets you a guaranteed wall already. 2nd walls are such a big thing on this stage. Yeah. 2nd walls are pretty easy to get. But, like, this will get you a wall anywhere. Pretty much. If I actually do it right. It's not unlikely for this to actually wall pretty much anywhere. They probably travel more when they're higher up. But that's why I say that ultimate's useless. The range super is for double walls and combos. Yes. That's how you get your double wall. Because it holds them long enough for you to get there. The problem with getting 2 walls in this game is that the 2nd wall will have them all... They won't slide down the wall. They'll automatically pop off of it. So it basically means you have a very little window to continue. Which makes a 2nd wall not very reliable. But because this super holds them on the wall, you can walk up to them and wait until it's over, and then continue. And that's how you get your 2nd wall with Ryuko. It's not very useful though, I will tell you this. You're better off just going with the normal combo, because even if their bar is locked, if you go for the 2nd wall, they'll be able to get out of it. You have to spam dash attack after the 2nd wall. No, you don't. I mean, you can if you want to continue that way, but if you want to go really optimal, you have to position yourself really well. And it's hard to do it right, because you basically need to activate your super. They wall too fast for you to wait around. Yes and no. I don't know. You just kind of have to hope. If you're close enough to it, then you can just attack. Yeah. Oh my god, this lag. It's like whenever you do an unblockable, or there's some projectile on screen. I don't think this will work this time. No, it will. Shit, I just didn't do it right. Basically, if you do this super afterwards, the range super, usually you can attack them afterwards. The super knocks them away from you, so you have to dash to extend the combo. Unless you're already close to them when they're at the wall. That's what I mean. If you're already at the wall when you use the super, you don't need to move, and you can go straight into this again. Which allows you to do 3 rounds. Let me actually restart my my game. I heard the game has a memory leak, which makes the performance worse over time, so we're going to restart the game. Unfortunately, this PC version is a mess, but oh well. I have a memory leak. But basically, if you use the super and you're already next to the wall, you can go straight into your DP again. Which allows you to do a third set, basically. You know, do 1 combo wall with the charged projectile, 2nd combo you wall with the ultimate, and then you just go straight into the final combo. That's pretty rare though. It is pretty rare. It's not likely. And I also, like I said, it's not worth doing. It's basically only here. Why am I going to player match? I'm going to training. It basically only exists to show off, because it's not useful in a normal match. They will always gain enough meter to get out of it, which is the problem. Even if their bar is blocked for the longest possible time that it can be blocked, they can get out of that combo if you do the second wall. I'm sad that I can't find any matches. I put all the time in training, but I can only test it on Willy here. Pretty much. Okay, so this should be better. We're going to try and do the full combo. It's very hard because it really relies on where you are on the map. See, the game is fine now, mostly. See, look, this'll work. Go out to them. Well, bam, we're back in the combo again. $13K exactly. Disgusting. But like I said, it's not possible online, unfortunately. Because again, they can just burst out of it. If their bars, this combo lasts like 40 seconds. It's so long. I wish that ranged super was better. It's just kind of useless. I can get behind that sweet damage. It's not possible only because no one plays the game. Oof, that's rough. You're mean. That's mean. TOD with Juriko. It's easy. You just do this. Oof, this performance. There we go. DW Riku's easy. She kinda is the TOD. She's a TOD machine. I mean, she's a damage machine. She'll deal so much damage they can't even get the bar to get out of that combo. Starting to feel like this was a cash grab. I don't think it was. Having 4 bars at any point. Alright, 3 bars. How does that strike your fancy? Three bars isn't unlikely. Honestly, I think that's one of the main strengths of normal Ryuko and normal Satsuki. They can build enough bar for a full combo using meter from basically anywhere, which is the cool part about them, because they can wall. And that's why I mainly play these two characters, because I just love that they can consistently wall. So you can always consistently get meter. You don't have to rely on already having pre-made meter to get your combos done. Because with Satsuki, you can just 0 meter on both. And let's see. This isn't gonna wall. What am I doing? You see that Satsuki combo again? I'll show it to you. Remember your 1-star rushdown Ryuko. Don't do this combo, by the way, actually. See, okay, so here's a little tip for this game. If you're going to cut any move out of your combo, because if you don't want your opponent to burst out the combo, if you don't want them to get 2 bars, the one move you want to cut out is this. Look how much bar this gives them. That gives them a full bar. So if there's any move you want to cut out, it has to be that one. And that counts for every single character. Every single character has that problem where they're unblockable. Will give the opponent lots and lots of bar. So that's why when their bar is locked, these are the moves that you're going to want to use because they do a lot of damage for what they are. That's how I start my Satsuki combo too. Yeah, it's kind of a dangerous way to do it because chances are they're going to get enough bar. And that's why this combo is also a bit, the really long combo is a bit iffy. It only works when their bar is locked. So basically when you get a wall, most of the time you're not going to want to do that. So, let's see. What was I trying to do? I was trying to show that Satsuki can build her own bar from zero. Yeah. And that's why I love these characters. There is never not a time when you're not wanting, when you're like gonna be, what would it be? When you're gonna be wanting bar. Because you can make so much bar pretty much easily. You can even feed meter to the opponent with a charged projectile. Yeah, if the opponent blocks, they gain lots and lots of meter from this. Which is why if their bar is locked, you'll see me spamming this projectile quite a lot. But I'm gonna, you can actually cancel out this. You can cancel out of it anywhere. So, a lot of the time you'll see me when my opponent's bar isn't locked, I'll do like one or two to kind of scare them into blocking, and then I'll start doing this to try and get closer. Because if you can do this, you can then instantly go into a combo. If you play well and you mix up well. So, but when their opponent is locked, it's his favorite thing to do to me. Yeah, when their bar is locked, I just like to do this over and over again because there's pretty much no danger. They don't gain any meter from it, and it keeps them held in place. You know what I don't know what to do with? The XXXYY XX cutscene finish. Cutscene finish? Yeah, that. There isn't really much you can do against that, but what you can do for that. But it's good as a pressure, as block string. It's hard to show you, but if the opponent is blocking, you can do this. And it'll actually push them quite far away. I can show you the effect it has, actually. I noticed it lands when people think you're done. Yeah, it's a good thing to catch people out. But overall, it's just a good block string. Look how far away it pushes them. They can't continue from that. Unless they're Sanagama. If they're Sanagama, they can continue from anywhere. But it's just a good way to end your block strings to make them safe. This move also gets through dashes. So if you're spamming projectiles and the opponent's like, I'm just gonna dash, you can go into that move. So basically it's an anti-dash move and it's a safe block string move. That's what it's useful for. Now that tip I like, yeah. I've got quite a few handy tips. I've got some great stuff for Ryuko that's incredibly satisfying. Where's my phone? I can hear my phone going off. I will find where the hell that shit is. Alright. We're back, boys. Okay, so do you want to see something super nasty with Ryuko? I talked about it earlier. I mentioned it earlier, but I didn't actually get to finish. So Ryuko has a really great... The other reason that you should end with this super, her close range one, is because it has a great Oki position. A great Okizeme position. Okizeme? Okizeme? So basically, when you finish with this super, jump, unblockable. If you time it right, they'll be scared and they'll block. And if the opponent does block, they get hit by it. Because they lose their immunity frames. So basically, wait for them to unblock. There we go. And then you go into it again. And again. Well, if you time it right. But that's one of Ryuko's greatest tools, is her jumping unblockable after super, because that will catch so many people. And if people start attacking you or like sidestepping it, basically if people start sidestepping it, what you can do is this, which is insanely powerful. I've caught people so many times with this. It is so easy to just bait your opponent into thinking you're always going to do this after wake up, and then just not do it after wake up. I think that's where a lot of the really high tier stuff in this game comes from, is canceling moves. Because you can do some insane stuff. You can cancel most moves. And let's say another few little tidbits of information is that Ryuko can go instantly into her armored unblockable just by like that. Or even just... It's very, very quick. Gamagori is interesting. Personally, I think he's probably the worst character in the game. Probably. Maybe next to Nonon, but everyone tells me that Nonon is really good. So, I am up for some more matches. You fought a few and picked up some tricks. Gamagoris or Nonons? I'm guessing Nonons. He's still annoying, I mean Gamagori. Gayama. Want to make a room? You easily could if you wanted to. You only have this on PS4, sadly. Oh, I have the PS4 version. That's what I would go on to if I wanted to search for online matches. Ranked. So I usually just easily swap between the two versions, because I don't know if you know, the PC version of this game averages like 6 players a day, and I guarantee like half of them are probably just sitting in training mode or in private lobbies. PS4 is definitely dying out too, I have to agree. I can't find matches anymore on PS4. I go into ranked queue, I genuinely can't find matches. Even when I set all of my settings to like, I don't give a shit, just give me any match. Gamagori being possibly the worst character in the game. How so? He requires far too much work to get going, and like everyone's like, oh, but he deals a lot of damage when he has a lot of meter. No, he deals the same damage that Satsuki and Ryuko can deal without any valor, any meter really. He doesn't deal any more damage than most characters in the game, but he has this deficiency, which makes it so that he isn't playable. I think the perfect way to describe how he's the bottom tier is because his meter gauge, his DC meter, it doesn't make him a good character. It makes him a playable character. Because without it, he is nothing. Without it, he is literally useless. You may as well be playing a punching bag. And I think that's where it lies, is that his mechanic doesn't make him stronger, it makes him playable. Ah, wow. NANI?! I'm glad I didn't Valor. No! I fucked up. Yep. I hate when Satsuki's air combo drops. Yeah. I hate any drops in this game, because most of them don't feel like your fault. Also, I think that Satsuki and Nu are very momentum-heavy characters. This is gonna drop. Nope. Here's another small tip. With Satsuki, you know that side move? The one where she does a ton of hits at once? That is immune to Valor. Ouch. I don't think it was a counter though. Yeah. Drop. Oh. I tried to jump away. I love when people Valor it wastes it. Yeah. It's a great Valor bait. This is a lot of damage. We're gonna die. I think this might be dead. I mean, it was death when you did a reset, so. Yeah, I think Satsuki is very momentum heavy. If you don't have the momentum, it's kind of very hard to regain it. Nui is also kind of hard to get. If you don't pin her down, she kind of goes buck wild. Nui's good. Their Nui is very good. They've got a very, very good Nui. They know how to abuse all their cheese. Nui has a lot of unblockable setups. Wait, they're avoidable, but they're not. But they're unblockable. And they're just very hard to get by. And she has a lot of instant win button moves. Nui's bullshit. I would say she is bullshit. She has just too much bullshit. Most of her moves are safe. Basically, all of her supers are safe. And her... Even the game is... I think the game is okay well balanced. It's like, it's... I hate that. That's so dumb that you can convert from that. She could also convert from literally anything, by the way. Yes! Out of your range. Sasuke's strength lies with her mix-ups and her unblockables, and her projectiles. Her general meter gain is also just really nutty. I hate that. That's basically Nui's instant win button. It's like, if you're scared of losing a confrontation, just use that and you win. Ah! Converting from literally everything in the map. Oh, come on. Epic. Like, dude, fuck off. See what I mean? I was blocking there, and it's unblockable setups that you can't avoid. Nui is just bullshit. If you know how to play her right, she's basically unbeatable. Because she just has a lot of shit you can't avoid. She has too much stuff you can't block. Because if you block, you lose. Is she really that? You should have seen it there. I was blocking, and she gets through. She has like a few dozen situations like that. I don't know anything about her. Also, her block string into unblockable, when she does 2 hits and then her unblockable, you have to be mashing really hard, or that just doesn't work. Like, I mean, for on you if you're blocking it, you have to be mashing to beat it. She's just too strong. I mean, she's actually not too strong. She's just kind of bullshit. Too many just rubbish bullshit unblockable stuff. I think everyone wants the main Mako. You know everyone does. I want some main Mako, to be honest. I'm kind of mad they haven't released it yet. Cool. Nui just has also too many instant win buttons. Watch this, by the way. I got hit by that, even though I was blocking. Drop. Drop. Instant win button. Little instant win button. See, the thing is, you can go, oh, but it's a counter, just block it. Here's the thing, it's safe. For some reason, they decided to give her an instant win button that's also safe. Which is just absolute nonsense. By the way, that super is safe. What? I was blocking there, by the way. Oh, also her combo strings are very safe from Valor. Epic. Instant win button, boys. We got instant win buttons. Do anything unsafe, just press that button and you win. There we go. I just think it shouldn't be safe. Most of Nui's kit is super safe, and it's very frustrating to deal with. Because they can just do their instant win button, and they're completely free to block after it. I've genuinely had times where Speedy has done like 2 instant win buttons in a row. And I was just like, alright, well, I just have to keep blocking because they're plus. I really want her to be nerfed so I can play Nui without feeling bad. I can understand that. She just has too much cheese. Too much unblockable stuff, too many instant win buttons that are safe. All of her supers are safe, they activate frame 1. She's just crazy. She doesn't look like it from the outset, but she's actually just blatantly overpowered. What about Inu? He seems nasty. Inamuta is extremely strong. He's very good. Okay. It's safe, by the way. Nice side stats. Fuck off! Seriously, all your fucking safe bullshit. Drives me fucking nuts. Lol, I'ma just mash buttons. God, it pisses me off. Why is 90% of her kit safe? It's ridiculous. Trying to find the opening is fucking one of the world's biggest mysteries. Oh my god, you were so fucked. I just realized that locks your bar for literally like 17 seconds. This is why practicing TODs is useful. See? GG's, man. That's why you practice TODs. That move from Nui, her close range super, it locks her bar for literally like 14 seconds. It's insane. That basically means that you can do as much damage as you can. Completely free. If you get them when the bar's locked, obviously. Money? This is why practicing TODs is useful. Oh my god. And just like that. This should just prove to you how insanely useful having high damage combos is. Wow, that Valor's. Nui becomes pretty insane, by the way. Once Nui gets the Valor 1, she becomes really insane. Almost the Valor Slam. What just happened? You gotta go, but I figured it would resub while you remembered. Apparently you can do that. I like that. I like that you can instant win button me on that. I learned something new. Apparently Satsuki's projectile beats instant win button. Wow, that's unsafe? I also learned something new today. Epic cheese, dude. Wow. Epic unblockable shit, dude. Yes, conversion. That's a super hard conversion to get. Made a risk. Risk didn't work out. I walk in to bait it, and I still get hit by the instant win button. No! Fuck off! Damn! Instant win button! Classy. Just so fun. Remember that thing that should be punishable? Why did that hit me? Okay. Okay, Nui. Epic. Why don't you get balanced first? No, before you start shit talking. Did I end on the wall so I was considerate? This shit talk makes me feel worse. I feel really bad playing Ryuko for that reason. Because Ryuko talks the shit out of her opponents when she wins. I'm like, I'm not that much of an asshole. I mean, I whinge and moan about shit, but I ain't an asshole. I'll just feel weak. Double music, boys. I supered though. I disagree. It's gonna drop. It's the game, he's not mad at you. Yeah, I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at Speedy. I'm mad at the cheese. I mean, Satsuki has some cheese as well. I haven't been using it. I haven't been using Satsuki's cheese. Because Satsuki's cheese is just ridiculous. Nui has an instant win button as well, by the way. Oh. Can it become triple? Yeah, double audio can become triple. It's kind of funny, actually. That's so deep. We should try and get every track in the game overlapped. Let's go drop. When you play Satsuki, you get like a gut feeling, you get like intuition. You know when your combo's gonna drop. Get the best kill-to-kill mashup. Epic double music, boys. Non-abuse. Nonon's purpose in the tier list. No, Nonon's purpose in this game is just to be abused. I also feel better sidestepping with Satsuki. That's because Satsuki has a really good sidestep. Every character has a different sidestep. Sidestepping is insanely strong. I feel like not many people have tapped into how strong it is, because you can avoid almost everything. Sidestepping is so strong, you have no clue. If you're wondering why I went to Super, it's because if you roll Valor, your bar isn't locked for that long. Now this is no abuse. Push that. Funny. I think I'll go into training mode in a second, and I'll show you something really nutty that'll show you how strong sidestepping can be. What? What? Did you see that? That was bizarre. Yeah, this is non-abuse. I'm in pain. I'm playing new in non-on. Let me restart the game to get rid of this double audio. Get rid of that annoying shit. Plus, it also gets rid of the memory leak the game has, performance-wise. It's almost been a whole month. Maybe you haven't seen a single patch to fix any of these issues. Big rip. PC boys got shafted. Probably why Gamma feels terrible to you. He's so beyond face roll. Not the tutorial! Dude, I'm well beyond the tutorial at this point. You can't stop me. Training. Okay, so I'm going to show you how powerful sidestepping can be. Granted, this is with Valor 1, but this will show you just how strong sidestepping can be as long as you time it correctly. You don't need, it's just that you don't need to time it correctly when you're playing Ryuko. Let's see, opponent, close range attack. So my friend hits Ragu sidestep, says it's horrible. It's really good, actually. But just look at this. I can't be hit. You can't do it. You can't do it. I cannot be hit. So, what Ryuko's Valor 1 does, Ryuko's Valor 1 makes it so that there's no cooldown in between her sidesteps. But it doesn't change anything about how sidesteps work in the game in general. It just makes it so that you can do it as often, so that there's no period of vulnerability, is what I mean. There's no period of vulnerability with Ryuko's Valor 1. But if you apply this knowledge to every other character in the game, you can suddenly realize that you can actually sidestep a majority of moves in the game, even if they are technically look like they're hitting you. Because what sidestepping does, sidestepping gives you a lot of invulnerability frames. Sidestepping gives you proper invulnerability frames, which means you just can't be hit during it. But the thing that people do most of the time, which makes it so they think that sidestepping isn't good, is that they will immediately start mashing. You know what I mean? I'm sure you've probably done that a dozen times, where you've sidestepped out of a block string and you've mashed as hard as you can as soon as possible. But what that does is that it actually gets rid of your invulnerability frames. Mashing means that you lose your invulnerability frames. So, the thing that you can typically do is if you sidestep, wait until they're vulnerable, then you mash. Most of the time, that can actually get you out of quite a lot of block strings. It is scarily powerful if you know how to use it correctly. Which is why I think that it's a kind of an untapped thing. It is super strong, but people just don't really know how to work with it yet. What were we also going to show? Differences in side steps. So Ryuko and... I hate Uzu. I hate Uzu because he ignores neutral, but I don't hate him because of his moveset. He's actually fairly easy to counter. Only ones that could hit him are damn life fiber monsters. I don't mind Uzu's moveset, I just kind of don't like how he ignores neutral. How he can cross the map in an instant. So, every character has a different sidestep in the game, which dictates how useful they are. So I'm going to show you something that's a bit nutty. So let's say I play this matchup. So you think this unblockable here cannot be sidestepped. You can't sidestep this unblockable. And it's got a pretty decent range. Sounds overpowered, doesn't it? Sounds like an overpowered one. But you can jump this. You can jump it. Basically, it's an unblockable that goes all around Satsuki, and it hits anyone who's currently on the ground. So you may think, alright, so you just jump. But Nui has a really weird gimmick where if she does this, because logically from a coding standpoint you think Nui is still grounded during this. Obviously, like, they wouldn't code in that Nui would jump during this, right? This isn't a jump, this is a forward step. Every other character does this. They don't jump during it. So obviously it's coded like that. But if you time it right, she can actually go over it. So they actually coded in that that's a jump. Nui's forward step is a jump. Which is so weird to me. It's weird to me that they would code that in, that that's a jump. Because you think that wouldn't matter. Why'd they make Nui so good? Who knows? But if you try forward stepping with any other character, not when your frame drops, help the explanation. But on any other character that doesn't work. Because they don't jump during their forward step or back step. So that's why you see, when I'm playing against Speedy, is the DLC confirmed to be free? The DLC is confirmed to be free. We saw that the non-on unblockable works. Doesn't non-on also jump during her? I think non-on also jumps, so she would probably be immune to it as well. Yeah, this one. So non-on jumps during this. This is what I mean. Oh, the game crashed. By the way, the game crashed. The side steps were too powerful. But I think it is worth noting that every single character has a different sidestep, and that is important because it changes how far away from the opponent you are, and it changes how many immunity frames you have.
トリガー A プラスゲーム
アフロフレームワーク
ゲームスタート
So how is Nonon? I think Nonon's one of the worst characters in the game, but everyone tells me I'm crazy, so I don't know. I think she's kind of not good. If I picked her up, would I get hate mail? Probably not. She's better than Gamma. I will say that she's probably better than Gamagori. I think she's better than Gamagori. So you were talking about Ragyo's sidestep. Ragyo's overpowered, by the way. Don't play Ragyo. Ragyo is just overpowered. She's broken. So you were talking about how they hated her sidestep, and it was this. But the really cool thing about this is that she physically disappears. My friend says she's not OP because she's slow, then they're just parroting what everyone else says. I would say this. Nui would, no, not Nui. Ragyo could not be able to move and she would still be overpowered. Her speed doesn't matter because, first off, Ragyo is worse than Nui. She's a stand still to win. But her speed doesn't matter because A, she can literally instantly get in from across the map. Like she can literally get in from across the map. And she has the fastest sidestep in the game. Aside from Yuko's. Look at this. You can close distance on an opponent in a scary fast time. Is this immune to Valor? I don't think it would be because Valor's unique. But the interesting thing about Ragyo's sidestep is that she physically disappears during it. And any move that allows you to physically disappear usually gives you a couple dozen benefits. Like, you can't be Valored out of it. That's why Satsuki can't be Valored out of her tilt attacks. Or her side tilt, where she does the ton of attacks, because she isn't physically present. So if you give yourself the clothing, then you're an asshole. Pretty much. But that's why Satsuki's thing can't be Valored, because Satsuki isn't physically present during the animation. The character has to be physically next to you for you to be able to Valor those attacks. So that's why she disappears, and that's incredibly useful. A character not disappearing. No, a character disappearing. So let's say let's have her Valor Burst. We'll put you to 25%. I'm trying to think, how do I get her to... No. I'm trying to figure out a way to make it so that she'll Valor Burst. Oh yeah, because... Duh, just do this. The Ragyo mirror match isn't even fun, yeah. Ragyo mirror match is like the most unfun thing in the game. Why am I doing this bad? Get over here. Thank you. I'm trying to think, how do I get them to get to 2 bars? I should know this. I think I got it. I think I have it. I think I remember. No, Satsuki, you don't go to drop, you know that? Oh. Yeah, look at this. You get to see it in clear detail because of how slow it is. But Satsuki isn't physically present during those attacks. She's nowhere on the map, which means that that can't be Valor Bursted. Because in order to Valor Burst out of a combo, you have to hit the opponent with the Valor Burst. Which is why most of Nonon and most of Nui's stuff isn't Valor Burstable. And that's why Valor Burst doesn't always get you out of a combo. There have been lots of times when I've walled Speedy, just put them against the wall. Let's see. I can't show it exactly. But I've done this where I've walked away, or I've jumped away, and then unblockable to continue the combo. And that's baiting their Valor Burst, because if their Valor Burst hits me, the combo ends. So that's why some moves don't actually end the combo. And that's why you have to be very mindful of where you're doing your Valor Burst. What else is there? Something interesting. I need to use this more, actually. Because that'll bait sidesteps. Oh, it's so good. Oh, that's so good. I need to use that more. That's another thing I need to watch out for. You know it. Yeah, any move where the character physically disappears from the map or is too far away from you typically means you can't Valor Burst it, which is really strong. Honestly, I just love this game because it has every character is genuinely unique. Not a lot of strategies transfer between them, or a lot of information. You pretty much have to learn every character from the ground up, and that's both learning them and facing against them. There's two sides to the same coin, and you have to learn both of them. And that's why I love this game. It's 10 characters, but it's the equivalent of like 20. Just because they're so unique. When this game gets its DLC or more patches, I hope that more players come back so we can play it for a little bit more. I really want to play more of this game. It's so good. But anyway, I think we are mostly done for tonight. I might stream it again tomorrow. We'll see if I can set up some matches. When you tried Ryuko the first time after remaining Satsuki, I felt retarded like I'd never played the game. The anime was killer and the game is close to being as good as the anime. I think so as well. Ryuko is a completely different beast. She's much more close range. You can't just... Ryuko doesn't have good projectiles. So she's a close range monster, but that's about it. Every character has different tools. And you just have to keep track of all those tools. There's no, Sasuke just has everything I want in a character. She does. I think that she's supposed to. She's supposed to be the all-rounder. The character who has everything, but isn't insanely strong. She's super strong, but she's not insanely strong. Being able to jump in mid-combo feels good. It does. I think what I value in a character in this game is being able to wall. If you can't wall, I'm kind of not really interested in the character. Because walls really open up an entire avenue. Which is just... I can't wait to see how Mako is. I hope Mako's really good. I had fun like always, my dude. I look forward to our next set of matches. We could play probably tomorrow or the next day. Or whenever. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you liked my stream, you can follow me on Twitch if you want to. I hope she's not busted too. Honestly, I'd rather she come out busted than underpowered. To be honest. At least then she'll be fun. Thanks for streaming. Thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. But Nui levels are busted. Yeah, that'll be a bit unfortunate if she's Nui level busted. If you want to, you can join the PC Kill the Kill If Discord. It's got like 120 members, which is approximately 12 times more players than the game has. Anyway. See you tomorrow for whatever I choose to stream. It's probably going to be this again. Either that or JoJo. JoJo as a heaven. We shall see. See you tomorrow.